silence and work the peace of the presence, and we will not have to run more. Use your authority. If you cannot, give thanks you have lived so long. Make yourself ready in your cabin for the mischance of the hour that so hath. Cheer the good hearts! Out of our way, I say.
I have great comfort from this fellow. Methinks he hath no drawing mark upon him. His complexion is perfect gallows. Stand fast in faith to his hanging. Make the rope of his destiny our cable for our own little advantage. If he be not born to be hanged, our case is miserable.
We're louder than the wind. Shall we get more dramatic, Graham? Have you a mind of Satan?
A pox on your throat, you fallen, blessed charitable dog.
Work you then.
Hi! You whore son! Insolent noise maker, realize the crazy drown and thou, huh?
I'll warrant this for drowning though the ship were no stronger than a nutshell, and as leaky as an unstanched winch.
Clear a hold, a hold. Set her 2 courses off to sea again. Clear on.
We are being cheered on our eyes by trumpets. This white chest wrestle with the mighty like running a watch of 10 times.
He'll be hand so every drop of water swear against him, and take the water and run him.
We split!
Oh, let's all sit in the cave.
Let's take leave of him.
Now, what I do a thousand furlongs of sea for an acre of barren ground, long heath, brown furs, anything. The will's above be done, but I would fain die a dry death.
If by your art, my dearest father, you put the wild waters in this roar, I'll lay them. The sky, it seems, a poured on stinking pitch, like the sea mounted to the walkers' cheek, dash the fire out. A brave vessel, who have no doubt some noble creature in her death all pieces, poor souls, they perish.
Be collected, no more amazement. Tell your piteous heart, there's no harm done.
Oh, woe the day!
No harm! I have done nothing but inherit thee. Thee, my dear one, thee, my daughter, who art ignorant of what thou art, not knowing whence I am, nor that I am more better than Prospero, master of a full cell, and thy no greater father.
More to know did never meddle with my thoughts. 'Tis time I should inform me farther. So,
I bear my art. Wipe thou thine eyes, have comfort. The direful spectacle direct, which touched the very virtue of compassion in thee. I have with such provision in mine arm, so safely ordered that there is no soul, no, not so much perdition as an hair, may tend to any creature in the vessel which thou heardst cry, which thou sawest sink. Thou must now know farther.
you've often begun to tell me what I am, but stopped and left me to ruthless inquisition, concluding, stay, not yet.
The hour's now come, the very minute bids thee with thine ear. Obey and be attentive. Canst thou remember a time before we came into the cell? Do not think thou canst, for thou wast not then out 3 years old.
Certainly, sir, I can.
By what? By any other house or person? By anything the image tell me that hath kept with thy remembrance?
'Tis far off, and rather like a dream than an assurance of my remembrance. One. Had I not bore 5 women once the 10th?
Thou hadst, and more, Miranda, but how is it that this lives in thy mind? If thou rememberest aught ere thou camest here, how thou camest here thou mayst.
But that I do not.
12 years since, Miranda. 12 years since. Thy father was the Duke of Milan and a prince of power.
Sir, are not you my father?
Thy mother was a piece of virtue, and she said thou wast my daughter. And thy father was Duke of Milan, and thou his only heir and princess, no worse issue.
What foul play had we that we came from thence? Or was it less?
Both. Both, my girl, by foul play, as thou sayest, will be even thence. Blessedly hope to
Oh, please you farther.
My brother, and thine uncle, old Antonio, I pray thee mark me, that a brother should be so perfidious. He who next to thyself of all the world I loved, and to him put the marriage of my state, as at that time through all the signories, it was the first, and Prospero the prime duke, being so reputed in dignity, and from liberal arts without a parallel, those being all my study. The government I cast upon my brother, and to my state grew stranger, being transported and wrapped in secret studies. Thy false uncle, dost thou attend?
Sir, Mrs. Teal.
Being once perfected how to grant suits, how to deny them, who to advance and who to trash for overtopping, new created the creatures that were mine. Now, that set every tune, heart in the state to what tune pleased his ear, that now he was the eye to hit my earthly trunk. Thou attendst not.
Good sir, I do.
Pray thee, mark me. I, thus neglecting worldly ends, all dedicated to closeness and bettering my mind with that which in my false brother await an evil nature. And my trust did beget of him a falsehood as great as my trust was, which had indeed no limit. He being thus boarded, not only with what my revenue might yield, but what my power might else exact, like one who, having in the truth by telling of it, made such a sinner of his memory to credit his own lie, he did believe he was indeed the Duke. Dost thou hear?
Your tale, sir, would cure deafness.
To have no part, no shield between this part he played, and him he played it for. He needs will be absolute Milan. Myself, poor man, my library was doomed to large enough. Of temporal royalties, he thinks me now incapable. Confederates, so drive as he persuade, with the King of Naples, to do him, give him annual tribute, do him homage, subject his coronet to his crown, and bend the dukedom yet unbowed, alas, for Milan, to most ignoble stupid. Mark his condition in the event, then tell me if this might be a brother.
I should sin to think but nobly of my grandmother. Good wombs have borne bad sons.
Good wombs have borne bad sons. Now, the condition. The King of Naples, being an enemy to me in record, pardons my brother's suit, which was that he, in lieu of the premises of homage and I know not how much tribute, should presently extirpate me and mine out of the dukedom, and confer fair Milan with all the honors on my brother. Whereon a treacherous army levied one midnight catered to the purpose, and Antonio opened the gates of Milan. In the dead of darkness, the ministers for the purpose hurried thence. Read. Thy crying self.
I, not remembering how I cried out then, will cry out again.
Here a little further, and then I'll bring thee to the present business.
Wherefore did they not on that hour destroy us?
My tale provokes that question. Dear, they durst not, so dear the love my people bore me. Few they hurried us aboard a bark, bore us some leagues to sea, where they prepared the rotten carcass of a boat, not rigged, nor tackle, sail, nor mast. The very rats instinctively acquit it. There they hoist us, to cry to the sea that roared to us, to sigh to the winds whose pity, sighing back again, did us but loving wrong.
Oh, what trouble was I to you then?
Oh, a cherubim thou wast that did preserve me, thou that smile. I have decked the sea with God's full salt, under my broken groan, which raised in me an undergoing stomach, to bear up against what should ensue.
How came we ashore?
By providence divine. Some food we had and some fresh water that noble Neapolitan, Gonzalo, did give to us out of his charity, with rich garments, linen, stuffs, and necessaries, which since have steaded much. So of his gentleness, knowing I love my books, he furnished me from mine own library with volumes that I prize above my dukedom.
Would I might but ever see that man.
Sit. Here the last of our sea sorrow. Here in this island we arrived, and here have I, thy schoolmaster, made thee more profit than other princesses can that have more time for vainer hours, and tutors not so careful.
Heaven thank you for it. Sir, the reason for raising this sea storm.
Known thus far forth by accident, Most strange. Bountiful fortune hath mine enemies brought to this shore. Here, 6 more questions. Thou art inclined to sleep. It is a good dog, Lucinda way. I know thou canst not choose. Come away, sir, come! I am ready now. Approach my Ariel, come!
All hail, great master, great sir, hail! I come to answer thy best pleasures. Peace, to fly, to swim, to dive into the fire, to ride on the curled clouds, to thy strong bidding task, Ariel, and all her qualities.
Hast thou spirit report? Point the tempest that I made thee.
To every article, Jove's lightnings, the precursors, all the dreadful thunder clouds. More momentary in sight outrunning or not. The fire cracks of sulphurous roaring, the most mighty Neptune seemed to besiege and make his bold wave tremble. Yea, his dreaded ship.
My brave spirit, who was so firm, so constant, that this coil would not infect his reason.
Not a soul but felt the fever of the man and played some tricks of desperation. All the mariners plunged the foaming brine and quit the vessel. The king's son, Ferdinand, was the first man that left and cried, "How is that the the down
Why, that's my spirit! Was not this my shore?
No spy, my master.
But are they, Ariel, safe?
Not a hair perished. On their sustaining garments, not a blemish, but fresher than before. And as thou badest me in troops, I have dispersed about the isle. The king's son have I landed by himself, whom I left cooling of the air with sighs in an odd angle of the isle, and sitting his arms in this sad knot.
The king's ship. The mariners say how thou hast disposed.
Safely in harbor is the king's ship, and the deep nook where once thou callest me at midnight fetched dew from the still vexed wings. There she hid, the mariners, all under hatches stowed, who with charm joined to their suppered labor, I've left asleep.
Ariel, my charge exactly is performed. But there's more work.
Is there more toil? Since thou dost give me pains, let me remember thee what thou hast promised, which is not yet performed in me.
How now, Moody? What is thou canst demand?
My liberty!
Before the time be out, no more.
I prithee, I have done thee worthy service, told thee no lies, made thee no mistaking, served without grudge or grumblings. Thou didst promise to bait me a full year.
Dost thou forget from what torment I did free thee?
No.
Thou dost.
Do not.
Thou liest, malignant thing. Hast thou forgot the foul witch cigarettes? Hast thou forgotten?
No, sir.
Thou hast. Where was she born? Speak, tell me.
Sir, in Argier.
Oh, was she, sir? I must once in a month recount what thou hast been, which thou forgetst. This damned witch Sycorax, a mischiefs manifold and sorceries terrible to enter human hearing, thou knowest, was banished. One thing she did, they would not take her life. Is not this true? Aye, sir. This blue-eyed hag was hither brought with child. Thou, my slave, is that what works thyself? Was then her servant, and, for thou was a spirit too delicate to act her earthy and abhorred commands, refusing her grand tests, she did confine thee in her most unmitigable rage into a cloven pine, within which drift thou didst painfully remain a dozen years, within which space she died and left thee there, where thou didst bend thy groans. Then, this island, save that sun she did litter here, a freckled whelp, hag born, not honored with a human shape.
Yes, Calaban, her son.
Don't think I say so he. That Calaban whom now I take in service. Thou best knows what torment I did find thee in. Thy groans did make wolves howl. It was a torment to lay upon the damned which Sycorax could not again undo. It was mine art, when I arrived and heard thee, that made gape the pine and let thee out.
I thank thee, master!
If thou more murmurest, I will rend an oak and peg thee in his knotty entrails till thou hast held away 12 winters.
Pardon, master? I will be correspondent to command to my spiriting gently.
Do so. And after 2 days, I will discharge thee.
That's my noble master! Say, what shall I do? What shall I do?
Go! Make thyself like a nymph of the sea, be subject to no sight but thine and mine, invisible to every eyeball else. Go, hence with diligence. Awake, dear heart, awake. Thou hast slept well. Awake.
The strangeness of your story with heaviness.
Shake it off. Come on. We'll visit Calaban, my slave, who never yields us kind end.
'Tis a villain, sir, I do not love to look on.
But as 'tis, we cannot miss it. He does make our fire, fetch in our wood, and serves in offices that profit us. What ho, slave! Calaban! Never thou speak!
There's wood enough for me.
Come forth, I say, there's other business for thee. Come, thou tortoise, where? Thou poisonous slave, got by the devil himself, upon thy wicked dam, come forth!
As wicked do, as ere my mother brushed with raven feather from unwholesome fen, drop on you both! A southwest blow on you and blister you all over.
For this be sure, tonight thou shalt have cramps, side stitches that shall pen thy breath up. Thou shalt be pinched as thick as honeycomb, each pinch more stinging than bees that make.
I must eat my dinner. This island's mine, by Sycorax my mother, which thou takest from me. When thou camest first, thou strodest me, and madest much of me. Wouldst give me water with berries in it, and teach me how to name the bigger light, and how less than further my day and night. And then I loved thee, and showed thee all the qualities of the isle, with fresh springs, brine pits, barren place, and fertile. Cursed be that I did so! All the charms of Sycorax, toads, beetles, bats, light on you! For I am all the subjects you have, which first was my own king, and now here you style me in this hard block, while you do keep from me the rest of the island.
Thou most lying slave, whom stripes may move, not kindness. I have used thee, filth as thou art, with human care. Lodged thee in mine own cell, till thou didst seek to violate the honor of my child!
What have I done? Thou didst prevent me. I had people dance this isle with Calaban.
Abhorred slave, which any prince of goodness will not take, being capable of all ill.
I pitied thee, took pains to make thee speak, taught thee each hour one thing or other when thou didst not, savage, know thine own meaning, but wouldst gabble like a thing most brutish. I endowed thy purposes with words that made them known. Thy vile race, though thou didst learn, had that in it which good natures could not bide to be with. Therefore wast thou deservedly confined to this rock, who hast deserved more than a prison.
You taught me language, and my profit on it is that I know how to curse. The Red Plague bid you for learning me your language.
Hence! Fetch us in view and be quick thou art best and answer other business. Shrugg'st thou, malice? If thou not neglectst or dost unwillingly what I command, I'll rack thee with old cramps, fill all thy bones with aches, make thee roar that beast shall tremble at thy din!
No! Pray thee. I must obey. His art is of such power it would control my dance god Cetabos and make a vassal of him.
So slave, hence.
Come unto these yellow sands and then take hands. Curtsied when you haven't kissed the wild waves of whist. Footed feely here and there, and sweet sprites the burthen bear. Hark, hark.
Where should this music be? In the earth or the air? It sounds no more, and I'm sure it waits upon some god of the island. Not in vain, weeping again the king my father's wreck. This music crept by me upon the waters, allaying both their fury and my passion with its sweet air. Whence I have followed it, or it hath drawn me, rather. It is gone. No, it begins again.
Full fathom 5 thy father lies, of his bones are coral made. Those are pearls that were his eyes, nothing of him that doth fade, but doth suffer us sea change into something rich and strange. See nymphs how you ring his knell, hark now I hear them, ding dong bell.
Indeed, he does remember my drowned father. This is no mortal business, no sound the earth owes. I hear it not above me.
The fringed curtains of thine eye advance, and say what thou seest yon.
What is it? Is it a spirit? Lord, how it looks about. Believe me, sir, it carries a brave form, but it is a spirit.
No wench. It eats and sleeps and hath such senses as we have such. This gallant which thou seest was in the wreck. And, but he's something stained with grief, its beauty's canker, thou might call him a goodly person. He hath lost his fellows and strays about to find them.
I might call him a thing begun, for nothing natural I ever saw so lovely.
At the first sight they have changed eyes.
Well, sure, the goddess on whom these airs attend. Vouchsafe my prayer. May know, if you remain upon this island, that you will some good instruction give, how I may bear me. My prime request, which I do last pronounce, is, oh, you wonder, if you be maid or no?
No wonder, sir, it's certainly a maid.
My language, heavens. I'm the best of them that speak this speech, if I were but to it spoken.
How the best? What wert thou if the king of Naples heard thee?
Single thing as I am now that wonders to hear thee speak of Naples. He does hear me. And that he does, I weep. Myself am Naples, who with mine eyes never since it ebb beheld the king my father's wreck, his faith and all his lords, the Duke of Milan and his brave son being twain.
This swift business I must uneasy make, lest too light winning make the prize light. Come, sir, a word! I fear you have done yourself some wrong, a word.
Why speaks my father so ungently? This is the third man that e'er I saw, the first that e'er I sighed for. Can't he move my father be inclined by rain?
A virgin in your affection not gone forth, I'll make you queen of Naples.
Soft, sir! One word more. I charge thee that thou tend me. Thou dost here usurp the name thou owest not, and hast put thyself upon this island as a spy, to win it from me, the Lord on it.
No, as I am a man.
Nothing ill can dwell in such a temple. If an ill thing should have so fair a house, good things would strive to dwell.
Speak not for him, he's a traitor. Come, now mantle thy neck and feet together.
Oh.
Sea water shalt thou drink. Thy food shall be the fresh burnt mussels, withered roots, and husk wherein the acorn craved. Follow.
No, I will resist such entertainment till my enemy has no power.
Oh, dear father, make not too rash a trial with him, for he's gentle and not feared.
What I say, my foot, my tutor? Put thy sword up, traitor, who makes to show but dares not strike. Thy conscience is so possessed with guilt. Come from my lord, for I can here disarm thee with this stick, and make thy weapon drop.
Oh, beseech you, father!
Hang not on my garments!
Have pity, sir!
I'll be the shirt.
Silence! What word more shall make me chide thee, if not hate thee? What? An advocate for an impostor? Thou thinkst there is no more such shapes as he, having seen but him and Calaban. Foolish wench! To most of men, this is a Calaban, and they to him are angels.
My ambitions are then most humble. I have no ambition to see a goodlier man.
Come on, obey! Thy nerves are in their infancy again and have no vigor in them.
So the spirits of the dream are all bound up. My father's lost, the weakness which I feel, the wreck of all my friends, no distance, threats to whom I am subdued are but light to me. I but through my prison once a day, behold this maid. All corners else of the world at liberty make use of. Space enough to lie in such a prison.
It works. Come on, follow me.
Be of comfort, sir. My father's of a better nature than he appears by speech. This is unwonted which came now from him.
Come, follow! Speak not for him.
Beseech you, sir, be merry. You have cause, so have we all of joy, for our state is much beyond our loss. Every day some sailor's wife, the masters of some merchants, and the merchant has just our theme of woe. But for the miracle, I mean, our preservation, few in millions can speak like us. Then wisely, good sir, lay our sorrow with our comfort.
Prithee, peace. He receives comfort like cold porridge.
The visitor will not give him over, so.
Look, he's winding up the watch of his wits. By I will strike.
Sir,
One.
when every grief is entertainment offered, comes to the entertainer.
$1.
Dollar comes to him indeed. You have spoken truer than you
You
purposed.
have taken it lightlier than I meant to share.
Therefore, my lord,
Why, what a spendthrift is he of his time.
I prithee, spare.
well, I have done. But yet,
Oh, we will be talking.
though this island seems to be desert, uninhabitable, and almost inaccessible, it must needs be of subtle, tender, and delicate temperance.
Tempest was a delicate way.
I am subtle. Was he most learnedly delivered?
Air breeze upon us here most sweet.
As if it had lungs and rotten ones.
Or as 'twere perfumed by a fan.
Here is everything advantageous to life.
True, save means to
But
live.
that there's none, a little.
How lush and lusty the grass looks, how green.
The ground indeed is tawny.
I agree in it.
He misses not much.
Nay, that would mistake the truth totally.
But the rarity of it is, which is indeed almost beyond credit,
As many vouched rarities are.
that our garments, being as they were, drenched in the sea, hold notwithstanding their freshness and glosses, being rather new dyed than stained with some water.
If but one of his pockets could speak, would it not say he lied?
Aye, very falsely was reported.
Methinks our garments are now as fresh as when we put them on first and after, at the marriage of the king's fair daughter Claribel to the king of Tunis.
'Twas a sweet marriage, and we prosper well in our return.
Sir, we were talking that our garments seem now as fresh as when we were at Africa, at the marriage of your daughter, who is now queen. Is not, sir, my doublet as fresh as the first day I wore it? I mean, in a sort,
That sort was well feastful.
when I wore it at your daughter's marriage.
Would that I had never married my daughter there, for coming thence my son is lost, and in my rank she too, who is so far removed from Italy, I ne'er again shall see her. Thou mine heir, of Naples and of Milan, strange fish hath made his meal on thee.
Sir, he may live. I saw him beat the surges under him and ride upon their backs. His bold head bumped the contentious waves. He kept and bore himself with good arms and lusty stroke to the shore. I knocked down, he came alive to land.
No, he's gone.
Sir, you may thank yourself for this great loss. Do not bless our Europe with your daughter, but rather lose her to an African, where she is banished from your eye, who hath caused whether grief on it.
Prithee, peace.
You were kneeled to and importuned otherwise by all of us, and the fair soul herself, weighed between loathness and obedience, at which end of the beam should bow. We have lost your son. I fear forever. Milan and Naples have more widows in them of this business making than we bring men to comfort them. The fault's your own.
So is the dearest of the lost.
My Lord Sebastian, the truth you speak reflects some gentleness and time to speak it in. You rub the sore when you should bring the plaster.
Very well.
And most certain.
It is foul weather, and it's all good, sir, when you are cloudy.
Foul weather.
Very foul.
Had I plantation of this isle, Lord,
Pizza of the Little Sea.
Doxy Hollows.
and were king on it, what would I do?
Escaping drunk for walking by.
In the Commonwealth, I would, by contraries, execute all things, for no kind of traffic would I win. No name of magistrate, letters should not be known. Riches, poverty, and use of service, none. Contract, succession, born, bond of land, tilth, vineyard, none. No use of metal, corn, or wine, or oil. No occupation, all men idle, all. And women too, but innocent and pure. No sovereignty.
Yeah, you would be king on it.
The latter end of his commonwealth forgets the beginning.
All things in common, nature should produce without sweat or endeavor. Treason, felony, sword, pipe, knife, gun, or need of any engine would I not have, but nature should bring forth of its own kind, all foison, all abundance, to feed my innocent people.
No marrying among these subjects?
None, man, all idle, whores and knaves.
I would with such perfection govern, sir, to excel the golden age.
God save his
Dominic Gonzalo.
And do you mark me, sir?
Prithee, no more. Thou dost talk nothing to me.
I do well believe, your highness, and did it administer occasion to these gentlemen, who are such sensible and nimble ones that they always used to laugh at nothing.
'Twas you we laughed at.
Who in this kind of merry fooling am nothing to you, so you may continue and laugh at nothing still.
What a blow was there given!
And had not fallen flat low.
You are gentlemen of brave metal. You would lift the moon out of her sphere if she would continue in it 5 weeks without changing.
We would so, and then go back vowing.
Nay, good my lord, be not angry.
No, I warrant you, I will not adventure my discretion so wickedly. Will you laugh me to sleep? For I am very heavy.
Go to sleep, my Ceres.
What? Oh, so soon asleep? I wish mine eyes would, with themselves shut up their thoughts. Oh. I find me not inclined to do so.
Sir, do not omit the heavy offer of it. It seldom lifts its sorrow, but when it does, it is a comforter.
We too, my lord, will guard your person while you take your rest. Watch your safety.
Thank you. Wondrous heavy.
Strange drowsiness here possesses them.
It is the quality of the climate.
Why doth it not then our island sink? I find not myself disposed to sleep.
Nor I. My spirits are new. They fell together all by consent. Wrought as by a thunderstroke. What might, worthy Sebastian? Oh, what might? No. And yet, methinks I see it in thy face, but thou shouldst be. The occasion speaks thee, and my strong imagination sees a crown dropping upon thy head.
What art thou waking?
Do you not hear me speak?
I do. And surely is a sleepy language, and thou talkest out of thy sleep. What is it thou didst say? This is a strange repose, to be asleep with eyes wide open, standing, moving, speaking, and yet so fast asleep.
Noble Sebastian, thou lett'st thy fortune sleep. Die, rather, wakest while thou art waking.
Thou dost snore distinctly. There's meaning in thy snores.
I am more serious than my custom. You must use it too, heat, which to do trebles the earth.
Well, I am standing water.
I'll teach you how to flow.
Do so. To ebb, hereditary sloth strikes me.
Ebbing men indeed most often do so near the bottom run by their own fear or sloth.
Prithee, say on. The setting of thine eye and cheek claim a matter from thee, and the birth which throws thee much to yield.
Thus, sir, although this lord of weak remembrance, this who shall be of his little memory when he is earthed, hath here almost persuaded, for he's a spirit of persuasion. Only professes to persuade. King his sons alive. 'Tis as impossible that he's undrowned as he that sleeps here swift.
I have no hope that he's undrowned.
Oh, out of that no hope! What great hope have you? No hope that way is another way so high a hope that even ambition cannot pierce a wink beyond, but doubt's discovery there. You grant you that Ferdinand is well.
He's gone.
So tell me, who's the next heir of Naples?
Clarabelle.
She that is queen of cheese. She that dwells 10 leagues beyond man's life. She that, from Naples, can have no note, unless the sun were post. The man the moon's too slow. Till newborn shades be rough and brazen. She that, from whom we were all sea swallowed. Though some passed again. And by that destiny to perform an act whereof what's past is prologue, what to come in yours and my discharge.
What stuff is this? Now say you, 'tis true my brother's daughter's queen. So is she heir of Naples, which regions there is some space.
A space whose every cubit seems to cry out, how shall that Clarabelle measure us back to Naples? Keep in Tunis, and let Sebastian awake. Say this were death that now hath seized them. Where they were no worse than now they are. There be that can rule Naples as well as he that sleeps. Lords that can prate as amply and unnecessarily as this Gonzalo. Oh, that you all in mind that I do. What a sleep were this for your advancement. Do you understand?
Methinks I do.
And how is your content in your own good fortune?
I remember you did supplant your brother Prospero.
True. And look how well my garments stood upon me, much sweeter than before. My brother's servants within my fellows, now they are mine.
But for your conscience!
Aye, sir, where lies that? If it were a card to put me to my slipper, but I feel not this deity in my bosom. 20 consciences that stand twixt me and Milan, candy be they, and melt ere they molest. Here lies your brother, no better than the earth he lies upon. If he were that which now he's like, that's dead, whom I, with this obedient steel, 3 inches of it, can lay to bed forever. Whilst you, doing thus, to perpetual wink for I might put this ancient morsel, this Sir Prudence, who should not upbraid our course. As for the rest, they'll take suggestion as a cat laps milk. They'll tell the clock to any business that we say that fits the hour.
Thy case, dear friend, shall be my precedent. If thou dost Milan, I'll come my neighbors. Draw thy sword. One stroke shall free thee from the tribute which thou payest. And I, the king, shall love thee.
My master through his order perceives the danger that you, my friend, are in, and sends me forth where else his brother dies to keep them living. While you hear you snoring lie, open night and conspiracy, it's time doth take. If of life you keep a care, shake off slumber and beware, awake, away.
Then draw together, and when I bring my hand, to you the like to fall on Gonzalo, and let us be sudden.
No, the angels preserve the king.
No, what hell? Oh, wait. Why are you drawn? Wherefore this ghastly looking?
What's the matter?
Whilst we stood here, securing your repose, even now we're going to haul over some bellowing like bulls, or rather, lions. It does not wake you, it struck mine ear most terribly.
I heard nothing.
Oh, it was a din to fright a monster's ear, to make an earthquake. Sure, it was the roar of the whole herd of lions.
Heard you this, Gonzalo?
Upon my honor, sir, I heard a humming, and that the strange one, which did awake me. As my eyes opened, I saw their weapons drawn. There was a noise. 'Tis best that we stand upon our guard, or that we quit this place.
Leave off this ground, and let us make further search for my poor son.
Heavens keep him from these beasts, for he is sure in the island.
Lead away.
Prospero, my lord, shall know what I have done. So, king, go safely on to seek thy son.
Flats on Prosper fall, and make him by each meal a disease. His spirits hear me, yet I needs must curse. But they'll nor pinch, nor leave me like a firebrand in the dark, out of my way, unless he bid 'em. But for every trifle are they set upon me. Sometimes like apes, that mow and chatter at me and after bite me. Then like hedgehogs, which like tumbling in my barefoot way and mount their bricks at my footfall. Sometime am I all wound with adders, who with cloven tongues do hiss me unto madness. Lo now, lo, here comes a spirit of his, and to torment me for bringing wood in slowly. I'll fall flat. Perchance he will not mind me.
Here is neither bush nor shrub to bear off any weather at all, and another storm brewing. I hear it sing in the wind. Yon same black cloud, yon huge one, looks like a foul bomber that would shed his liquor. The fiction thunders it did before, I know not where to hide my head. Yon same cloud cannot choose but to fall by pailfuls. What have we here? Man or fish? Dead or alive? Fish. Smells like fish. Very ancient and fish-like smell. Strange fish. Were I in England now, as once I was, and had but this fish painted, they're not a holiday fool, but would give a piece of silver. There would this monster make a man. Any strange beast there makes a man. When they will not give a penny to relieve a lame beggar, they will lay out 10 to see a dead Indian. Legged like a man. With fins like arms. Oh my God. I do now let loose my opinion. Hold it no longer. This is not a fish, but an islander that hath lately suffered by a thunderbolt. Alas, the storm has come again. My best way is to creep under his gabardine.
There is no other shelter hereabouts. Misery acquaints a man with strange bedfellows. I will here shroud till the dregs of the storm be past. Shall no more to sea. Here I shall die ashore. This is a very scary tune to sing the man's funeral. The master, the swabber, the boatswain, and I, the gunner, and his mate, loved Meg and Marion and Marjorie, but none of us can Kate, for she had a tongue with a tang, and cried to her sailor, "Go hang!" She liked not the savor of tar nor of pitch, but the sailor went scratching where she did it. Up to the sea boys and let her go hang! This is a scary tune too, but here's my comfort. Don't torment me, oh! What's the matter? You devils here? Put tricks upon with savages and men in tow? I have not escaped drowning to be afeard now of your 4 legs. For it has been said, a proper man is everyone on 4 legs and not make him give ground. And it shall be said so again while Stephano breathes in nostrils. Oh, the spirit torments me, oh! This is some monster of the island who has got it as I take it in you. Where the devil should he learn our language? Give him some relief if it be but for that. If I can recover him, keep him tame and get to Naples with him, there would be a pretty for that would trod on meat's leather.
Do not torment me, pretty. I'll bring my wood home faster.
He's in his fit now and does not talk after the wisest. He shall taste of my bottle. If you not drunk wine before, it will go near to remove his fit. If I can recover him and keep him, I'll not take too much for him. He shall pay for him that hath him, and that soundly.
Thou dost me yet a little hurt. Thou wilt not, I know it by thy trembling. Now prosper works upon thee.
Come on your ways. Open your mouth. Here's what will give language to you, cat. Open your mouth. This will shake your shaking, I can tell you, and that soundly. You cannot tell who's your friend. Open your chaps again.
I should know that voice. It should be. Oh, and he's drowned, and these are devils. Oh, defend me!
4 legs and 2 voices. A most delicate monster. His forward voice is now to speak well of his friend, and his backward voice is to utter foul speeches and to detract. If all the wine in my bottle will recover him, I will help his accuse. Come, amen. I shall pour some in that other mouth. Stephano! Is there the mouth cold me? Mercy, this is a devil and no monster. I shall leave him. I have no long spoon.
Stephano, give thou me a Stephano. Touch me and speak to me, for I am Trinculo. Be not feared thy good friend Trinculo.
Thou, Trinculo, come forth. I shall pull thee by thy lesser legs. If any be Trinculo's legs, these are they. Thou art the very Trinculo indeed. How pleased thou to be the siege of this and Trinculos.
Oh, I took him to be killed by a thunderstroke.
But art thou not drowned, Stephano? I hope thou art not drowned.
I hate me under the dead who cast Aberdeen for fear of the storm.
Is it overblown? But art thou living, Stephano?
bark of a tree since I was cast ashore.
I'll swear upon that bottle to be thy true subject, for the liquor is not very good.
Here, swear how thou sings.
Swim ashore, man! Like a duck! I can swim like a duck, I'll be sworn! Here, kiss the book. Though thou canst swim like a duck, thou art made like a goose. Stephano! Hast any more of this? The whole butt, man. My cellar's in a rock by the seaside where my wine is hid. How now, Mooncalf? How does that make you?
Hast thou not dropped from heaven?
Out of the moon, I do assure thee. I was the man in the moon when I was.
I have seen thee in her, and do adore thee. My mistress showed me thee.
Come, swear that. Kiss the book. I shall furnish it anon with new contents. Swear. By this light, this is a very shallow monster. I have feared of him. Very weak monster. The man at the moon. A most poor, credulous monster. Well-drawn monster, in good sooth.
I'll show thee every fertile inch of the island, and I'll kiss thy foot. I prithee be my god.
By this light, a most perfidious and drunken monster. With God to sleep, he'll rob the bottle.
I'll kiss thy foot. I'll swear myself thy subject.
Come on then, down and swear. I shall laugh myself to death at this puppy-headed monster. A most scurvy monster. I could find it in my heart to beat him. Come, kiss the poor monster to drink. An abominable monster.
I'll show thee the best springs. I'll pluck thee berries and fish for thee and get thee wood enough. A plague on the tyrant that I serve. I'll bear him no more space. But follow thee, thou wondrous man.
A most ridiculous monster. To make a wonder of a poor drunkard.
Prithee, let me bring thee where the crabs grow, and I, with my long nails, will dig thee pig nuts, show thee a jay's nest, and instruct thee how to snare the nimble marmoset. I'll bring thee to clustering filberts, and sometimes I'll get thee young scabbards from the rock. Wilt thou go with me?
Prithee now, lead the way without any more talking. Trinculo! The king and all our company else being drowned, we shall inherit here. Here. There my box, fellow Trinculo. You will fill it by and by again.
Farewell, master! Farewell!
A howling monster, a drunken monster.
No more dams I'll make for the fish, nor fetching firing at requiring nor script temperature, nor what dish. Bang, bang, you can with that. Have a new master, get a new back. Freedom, 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 freedom.
Oh, brave monster, lead the way!
Maybe some sports are painful and their labor delighting themselves off. Some kinds of bases are nobly undergone, and most poor matters put to rich ends. This, my mean task, would be as heavy to me as odious. But the mistress which I serve quickens what's dead and makes my labors pleasures. Oh, she is 10 times more gentle than her father's crab than he's composed of harshness. I must remove some thousands of these logs and pile them up upon a sore injunction. Though my sweet mistress weeps when she sees me work and says such baseness had never like executor. I forget. But these sweet thoughts do even refresh my labors. Most busy less when I do them.
Alas, now pray you, work not so hard. I would the lady had burnt on these logs you are joined to pile. Pray set it down and rest you, when this burns to a weep for having wearied you. My father's hard at study, pray now, rest yourself. He's safe for these 3 hours.
So, most dear mistress, the sun will set before I shall discharge what I must strive to do.
If you'll sit down, I'll bear your logs a while. Pray give me that, I'll carry it to the pile.
No, precious creature, I had rather crack my sinews, break my back, than you should such dishonor undergo while I sit lazy by.
It would become me, as well as it becomes it's you, and I should do it with far greater ease. For my goodwill is to it, and yours it is against.
Poor worm, thou art infected. This reputation shows it.
You look wearily.
No, precious creature. 'Tis fresh morning with me when you are by at night. I do beseech you, chiefly so that I might say to my prayers. What is your name?
Miranda. Oh, my father inappropriate has to say so.
Oh, admire Miranda. Oh, indeed, the top of admiration, worth what's dearest to the world. Oh, many a lady I have eyed with best regard, and many a time the harmony of their tongues hath inwardly brought my too diligent ear. For several virtues have I liked several women, and never any was so full-souled, some defect in her did quarrel with the noblest ratio, put it to the foil. But you, oh, you, so perfect and so peerless, are created of every creature's best.
I do not know one of my sex. No woman's face remembers, save from my glass mine own. Nor have I seen more that I may call men than you, good friend. And my dear father, how features are abroad I'm skilless of, but by my modesty, the jewel in my dower, I would not wish any companion in the world but you, nor can imagination form shape besides yourself to like them. But I prattle something too wildly in my father's precepts that they're in to forget.
I am in my condition a prince, Miranda. I do think a king, I would it were not so, would no more endure this wooden slavery than to suffer the flesh fly blow my mouth. Hear my soul speak. The very instant that I saw you, did my heart fly into your service, and there resides to make me slave to it. For your sake am I this patient lawman.
Do you love me?
Oh heaven, oh earth, bear witness to the sound. Crown, what I profess with kind event, if I speak true, if holy, invert what best is voted me to mischief. I beyond all women, what else you love? Prize, honor you.
Not a fool to me, but what I'm glad of.
Fair encounter of two most rare affections. Heaven's rain grace on that which breathes between them.
Wherefore weep you?
And mine unworthiness. Dare not offer what I desire to give, much less take what I shall die to want. But this is trifling, and the more it seeks to hide itself, the bigger both it shows. Therefore, hence bashful cunning, and prompt me plain and holy innocence. I am your wife. If you'll marry me, if not, I'll die your maid. To be your fellow, you may deny me, but I'll be your servant, whether you will or no.
My mistress, dearest, and I thus humble ever.
My husband, then?
Aye, with a heart as willing as bondage, heir of freedom. Here's my hand.
And here's mine, with my heart in it. And thus farewell to have in our heads.
1,000,000.
So glad of this as they cannot be more surprised withal. But my rejoicing at nothing can be more. I will to my book, for yet ere supper time must I perform much business appertaining.
Tell not me. When the bud is out, we will drink water and not a drop before. Therefore, bear up the boredom. Servant monster, drink to me. Servant monster. The folly of this island. They say there's but 5 of us upon this isle. We're 3 of them. The other 2 be bred like us than the state daughters. Servant master, drink when I bid thee. Thy eyes are almost set in thy head.
Where should they be set else? You were a brave monster indeed if they were set in his tail.
My mad monster hath drowned his tongue in sack. For my part, the sea cannot drown me. And this, when I swam ere I could recover short, 35 leagues. Off and on. In this life, you shall be my lieutenant, monster, or my standard. Your lieutenant, if you list. He's no standard. Will not run, Monsieur Monster. Nor go neither, but you'll lie like dogs and say nothing neither. Okay. From their life, folk. Beest a good mooncalf.
How does thy honor? Let me lick thy shoe. I'll not serve him. He's not valiant.
Now, what? Most ignorant monster. I am in case to just the constable. Why, thou debauched fish thou, was there ever man coward that hath drunk as much sack as I today? Wilt thou tell a monstrous lie, being but half a fish and half a monster?
Lo, how he mocks me! Wilt thou let him, my lord?
Oh, quoth he, that a monster should be such a natural.
Lo, again, bite him to death, I prithee!
Trinculo, keep a good tongue in thy head. Prove a mutineer on the next tree. For a monster my subject me shall not suffer indignity.
I thank my noble lord. Wilt thou be pleased to hearken once again to the suit I make to thee?
Very will I. Kneel and repeat it. I'll stand. So, Trinculo.
As I told thee, I am subject to a tyrant, a sorcerer, that by his cunning hath cheated me out of the island.
Thou liest!
Thou liest, thou jesting monkey, thou! I, with my valiant master, would destroy thee. I do not lie.
Trinculo, trouble the monster any more instant, and by this hand supplant some of your teeth. Why, I said nothing. Then and no more. Proceed.
I say, by sorcery, he got this isle. From me, he got it. If thy greatness will revenge it on him, for I know thou darest, but this thing dare not.
That's most certain.
Thou shalt be lord of it, and I'll serve thee.
How now can this be compassed? Canst thou bring me to the party?
Yea, my lord, I'll yield him thee asleep, where thou mayst knock a nail into his head.
Thou liest, thou canst not.
What a pining is this, thou scurvy patch? I do beseech thy greatness, give him blows and take his bottle from him. When that's gone, he shall pick up a bride, for I'll not show him where the quick freshes are.
Trinculo, run into no further danger, or by this hand I'll turn my mercy out of doors and make a stockfish of thee. Why, what did I did nothing. I'll go further off. Didst thou not say thee why?
Thou liest.
Do I suck? Well, take thou that. And as thou like this, give me the lie another time. I did not give the lie. Out of your wits and bearing to the pox on your bottle. This can sacking drinking do. A murrain on your monster, and the devil take your fingers. Continue with your tale. Please stand farther off.
Beat him enough, and after a little time, I'll beat him too.
Stand farther. Come, proceed.
Why, as I told thee, 'tis a custom with him in the afternoon to sleep. There, thou mayst breed him, having first seized his books, Or with a log batter his skull, or pounce him with a stake, or cut his weasand with thy knife. Remember first to possess his books, for without them he's but a sot as I am, nor hath not one spirit to command. They ought to hate him as rootedly as I. Burn but his books. He has brave utensils, or so he calls them, which when he has a house, he'll deck withal. And that most deeply to consider is the beauty of his daughter. He himself calls her a nonpareil. I never saw a woman, but only Sycorax, my dam, and she. But she as far surpasses Sycorax, as greatest does least.
Is it so great, alas?
Aye, Lord. She will become thy then, I warrant. Bring thee forth brave brood.
Monster? I will kill this man, and his daughter and I shall be king and queen, save our graces, and thyself and Trinculo shall be viceroys. How does that like the plot, Trinculo? Trinculo!
Excellent.
Give me thy hand, I'm sorry I beat thee. As thou livest.
Within this half hour will he be asleep. Wilt thou destroy him then?
Aye, on my honor.
This will I tell my master.
Thou makest me merry. I am full of pleasure. Let us be jolly. Will you troll the cat you talked me with while I am?
At thy request, monster, I will take reason, any reason. Come on, Trinculo, let us sing.
That's not the tune.
What does this say?
It's the tune of our catch, played by the picture of nobody.
Does thou be spell? Do as thou list. Thou beest a man, show thyself my likeness.
Oh, forgive me my sins.
The man that dies pays all debts. I defy thee. Worthy was.
Art thou here?
No, monster, not I.
Be not a thief. The island is full of noises, sounds, and sweet airs that give delights, and hurt not. Sometimes 1,000 twangling instruments will hum about mine ears, and sometimes voices that if I then had waked after long sleep will make me sleep again. And then in dreaming the clouds methought would open and show riches ready to drop upon me, that when I waked I cried to dream again.
This shall prove a brave kingdom where I shall have my music for nothing.
When Prospero is destroyed.
Shall be by and by. I remember the story. But the sound is going away. Let's follow after your work. Lead, monster, we'll follow. When I could see the tape roar, he lays it on. I'll follow, Stephano.
I can go no further, sir. My old bones ache. Hair's maze trodden deep through forthrights and meanders. By your patience, I must needs rest me.
Oh, Lord, I cannot blame you. Sit down and rest. Even here I will put off my hope and keep it no longer from my flatterer. He is drowned whom thus we seek to find, and the sea mocks our frustrate search on land. Well, let him go.
I'm right glad that he's so out of hope.
The next advantage we will take thoroughly.
I think not. For now they are pressed to travel, they will not cannot use such vigilance as when they are fresh.
I say tonight. No more.
What harmony is this? My good friend, hark.
Marvelous, sweet music. Sir, these are people of the island, who, though they are of monstrous shape, yet note their manners are more gentle kind than many of our human generation, nay, almost any.
Honest Lord, thou hast said well, for some of you there present are worse than devil.
We cannot too much use such shape, such gesture, and such sound expressing, although they want to use the tongue, a kind of excellent dumb discourse.
No matter, since we have stomachs. Will it please you to take of what is here?
Nada.
Faith, sir, you need not fear. When we were boys, who would have believed there were such men whose heads stood in their breast, which now we find these put her out of fire for one will bring us good warrant, though.
I will stand to and be, although my last. No matter, since I feel the best is past. Brother, my lord the Duke, stand to and with me.
You are three men of sin, whom destiny that have to instrument this lower world, and what is in it, the never-servant sea have caused to belch up you. And on this island, where man doth not inhabit, you amongst men being most unfit to live, I have made you mad. You fools! I and my fellows are ministers of fate. The elements to whom your swords are tempered may as well wound the loud winds that would bemock that stab, kill the still closing waters and diminish one dalliance in my plume. My fellow ministers are likewise invulnerable. But remember, you three from Milan can split good Prospero, him and his innocent child, for which thou thieves. The powers of innocence, the seas and shores, yea, all the creatures against your peace. Thieves thy son, Alonso. They have bereft, and do pronounce by me lingering perdition. Worse than any death.
Bravely the figure of this Harvey hast thou performed, my Ariel. My high charms work, and these, my enemies, are all knit up in their distractions. They now are in my power. And in these fits I leave them while I visit young Ferdinand, whom they suppose is drowned.
In the name of something holy, sir, why stand you in this strange stare?
Oh, it is monstrous. Monstrous. Methought the billows spoke and told me of it. The winds did sing it to me and pronounce the name of Prosper. It debased my trespass. Therefore my son in the ooze is bedded. And I will sink him deeper than air flooded Southern, and with him lie there murdered!
But one thing at a time, I'll fight their legions o'er.
How can I
All three of them are desperate. Their great guilt, like poison given to work a great time after, now begins to bite the spirits. I do beseech you that are of suppler Joyce, follow them swiftly and hinder them from what this ecstasy may now provoke them to. Follow, I pray you.
If I have too austerely punished you, your compensation makes amends. All thy vexations were but my trials that I love, and thou hast strangely stood the test. Here, afore heaven, I gratify taste my rich gift. Oh, Ferdinand, do not smile at me that I boast her off, for thou shalt find she will outstrip all greatness.
I do believe it.
Then, as my gift, take my daughter. But if thou dost break her virgin not before all sanctimonious ceremonies made with full and only right to be ministered, no sweet aspersion shall the heavens let fall to make this contract grow, but barren hate and discord shall bestrew the union of your bed, that you shall hate it both. Therefore take heed, as Hymen's lamps shall light you.
As I hope for quiet days, fair issue, long life, with such love as 'tis now the murkiest den, the most opportune place, the strongest suggestion. Our worcester genius shall never melt mine honor into lust. Let's take away the edge of that celebration.
Fairly spoke. Sit then and talk with her. She is, I know.
Ariel, my industrious servant, Ariel.
What would my potent master? Here I am.
Thou and thy meaner fellows your last service did worthily perform, and I must use you in such another trick. Go bring the rabble, or whom I give thee power here to this place. Incite them to quick motion, for I must bestow upon the eyes of this young couple some vanity of mine art. It is my promise, and they expect it from me.
Presently?
Aye, with a twink.
Or you can say come and go and breathe twice and cry so, each one dripping on his toe. You're both lovely, master. No?
Dearly, my delicate Ariel, do not approach till thou dost hear me call.
Well, I conceive!
Popio be true! Do not give dalliance too much for rain. The strongest oaks are but straw to the fire in the blood. Be more esteem this, or else good night your vow.
I warrant you, sir, the white, cold, virgin snow upon my heart abates the ardor of my liver.
My Ariel! Bring a corollary rather than want a spirit. Appear and pertly. No tongue. No eyes. Be silent.
Ceres, most bounteous lady, thy rich leaves of wheat, rye, barley, vetches, oats, and peas, thy banks with peony and twilled brims, which spongy April at thy Hesper trims, thy broom groves, thy pole-clipped vineyards, and thy sea marge, sterile and rocky hard, where thou thyself dost dare, the queen of the sky, whose watery arch and messenger am I, bids thee leave these, and with her sovereign grace, here on this grass plot, in this very place, to come and sport her peacocks flying, a grass-red Ceres, her to entertain!
Hey, many-colored messenger, that ne'er dost disobey the wife of Jupiter, who with each end of thy blue bow dost crown my bosky acres and unshrubted down, rich God to my proud earth. Why hast thy queen summoned me hither to this short grass green?
A contract of true love to celebrate, and some donation freely to a state under blessed lovers.
Be not afraid, highest queen of state, great Juno comes. I know her by the gate.
How does my bounteous sister? Go with me to bless this twain, that they may prosperous be and honored in their issue.
Honor, riches, marriage, blessing, long continue in sound increasing. Hourly joys be still upon you. Juno sings her blessings on you. Let's increase, boys in plenty, bonds and garners never empty.
majestic vision. May I be bold to think these spirits?
Spirits, which by my art I have from their confines called to enact my present fancies.
Let me live here ever, so rare a wonder, father and a wife makes this place paradise.
Sweet, now silence! There's something else to do, I forgot. Foul conspiracy of the beast Calaban and his confederates against my life. A minute of their plot is almost come.
This is strange. Your father's in some passion that works him strongly.
Never to this day saw I him touched with anger so distempered.
Look, my son, in a moving sort, as if you were dismayed. You cheered yourself. Our revels now are ended. These our actors, as I foretold you, were all spirits, and are melted into air, into thin air. Like the baseless fabric of this vision, cloud-capped towers, the gorgeous palaces, the solemn temples, the great globe itself, yea, all which it inherits shall dissolve, and like this insubstantial pageant faded, leave not a wreck behind. We, as such stuff, as dreams are made on, and our little life is rounded with sleep. Sir, I am vexed. Bear with me. My brain is troubled. If you so please, retire to my cell and there repose. A turn or two I'll walk to still my beating mind.
Sir, we wish you peace.
Come. With a thought, I thank thee, Ariel, come!
Thy thoughts I cleave to, what's thy pleasure?
Spirit, we must prepare to meet with Calaban.
Aye, my commander.
Say again, where didst thou leave these varlets?
I told you, sir, they were red hot with drinking, so full of lather that they smoked the air for breathing in their faces, beat the ground for kissing of their feet, yet always bending towards their project. And then I beat my saber, at which, like unbacked colts, they pricked their ears, advanced their eyelids, lifted up their noses as they smelt music. So I charmed their ears, that they, my lord, followed through toothed briars, sharp furzes, pricking gossip thorns, which entered their frail shins. At last I left them in the filthy mountain pool beyond their cell, there, dancing up to the chins. That foul lake, or stunk their feet.
This was well done, my bird. Thy shape invisible retain thou still. The trumpery in my house, go bring it hither for sale, to catch these thieves.
I go.
Devil. Born devil on whose nurture could never stick, on whom my pains, humanely taken all lost, quite lost. And as with age his body uglier grows, so his mind cares. I will plague them all, even the roaring. Come! Hang on this line!
That the blind mole may not hear a footfall. For now are we near his cell.
Monster, your fairy, which you call a harmless fairy, is a little better than play the jack with us.
Monster, I do smell all horse piss, at which my nose is in great indignation. So is mine.
Monster, if I should take displeasure against you, look you!
Thou art but a lost monster!
Good my lord, give me thy favor still. Be patient, for the prize I'll bring thee to shall hoodwink this mischance. Therefore, speak softly. All's hushed as midnight yet.
Aye, but to lose our bottles in the pool!
There's not only dishonor and disgrace in that monster, but infinite loss.
This is more to me than my wetting, yet this is your harmless fairy, monster.
I will fetch off my bottle, though I be over ears for my labor.
Clemmy, my king, be quiet. Seest thou here? This is the mouth of the cell. No noise, and enter. Do that good mischief which may make this island thine own forever. And I, thy Calaban, fly thy fruit liquor.
In thy hand, I do begin to have bloody thoughts.
Oh, King Stephano! Oh, here! Oh, worthy Stephano! What a wardrobe is here for thee!
Let it alone, thou fool, it is the trash.
Oh, how monster! We know what belongs to frippery. Oh, King Stephano!
Put off that gown, Trinculo, by his hand, I'll have that gown.
And the grace shall have it.
Let dropsy drown these fools. What do you mean to dote thus upon such luggage? Let's alone and do the murder first. If he awake from toe to crown, he'll fill our skin with pinches. Make us strange stuff.
You quiet, monster. Mistress Line, is this not my jerkin? Now the jerkin is under the line. Oh, jerkin, now you're like to lose your hair. You bald jerkin.
Do, we steal by line and level.
And like your grace. As an excellent jest. Here's a garden which shall not go unrewarded while I am king of this country. Steal by line and level is an excellent passive pate. Here, another garden fort.
Come, monster, put some lime upon your fingers and away with the rest.
I'll have none on it. We shall lose our time, and all be turned to barnacles. We're to apes with our forehead villainous low.
Monster, lay to your fingers and help us bear this way to where my hogshead of wine is, or I'll turn you out of my kingdom. Go to Paradise.
And this?
Aye, and this.
Shorten up their sinews with aged cramps, and more pitch-spotted make them than Pard or Catamountain! Let them be hunted soundly! At this hour lie at my mercy all my enemies. Shortly shall all my labors end, and thou shalt have the air of freedom. For a little, follow and do me service. Now does my project gather to a head. My charms crack not, my spirits obey, and time goes upright with his carriage. Say, my spirit, how fares the king as follows?
Confined together in the same fashion as you gave in charge. Just as you left them all prisoners, sir. In the lime grove which weather thins your cell, they cannot budge till your release. The king, his brother, and yours abide all three distracted, and the remainder mourning over the grief of sorrow and dismay. you termed good old Lord Gonzalo. His tears run down his beard like winter's drops from eaves and gates. Your charm so strongly works them, that if you now beheld them, your affections would become tender.
Dost thou think so, Spirit?
I would, sir. Were I even...
And mine shall. As thou which art but air, a touch of feeling of their afflictions, and shall not myself, one of their kind that relish all as sharply, passion as they be, kindlier moved than thou art. Though with their high wrongs I am struck, yet with my nobler reason against my vengeance do I take part. The rarer action is in virtue than in vengeance. They, being penitent, the soul drift of my purpose doth extend not a frown further. Go, release it, Ariel. My charms I'll break, their senses I'll restore, and they shall be themselves.
I'll fetch them, sir.
The elves of hills, brooks, standing lakes and groves, and ye that on the sands with printless foot do chase the ebbing Neptune, and if fly him he returns. Ye demi-puppets, who by moonshine to green, sour ringlets make wherever you not lights, and by whose aid, weak masters though ye be, I have bedimmed the noontide sun, called forth the mutinous winds, and twixt the green sea and the azure vault set roaring war. To dread rattling thunder had I given fire and rifted Jove's stout oak with his own bolt. Graves at my command have waked their sleepers, oat and let them forth by my so potent art. But this rough magic I here abjure, and when I have required some heavenly music, which even now I do to work mine ends upon their senses who this airy charm is for, I'll break my staff, bury it certain fathoms in the earth, and deeper than did ever plummet sound, I'll drown my book. Gonzalo, honorable man. Mine eyes, even sociable to the show of thine, fall fellowly drops. Ah, good Gonzalo, my true preserver, the loyal sir to him thou followest, I will pay thy graces home, both in word and deed. Most cruelly didst thou, Alonso, use me and my daughter. Thy brother was a furtherer in the act, thou art pinched for it now, Sebastian. Flesh and blood, you brother mine that entertained ambition, expel remorse and nature, who, with Sebastian, whose inward pinches are therefore most strong, would here have killed your king! I forgive thee, unnatural though thou art. Their understanding begins to swell. The approaching tide will shortly fill the reasonable shore, which now lies foul and muddy. Not one of them that yet looks on me would know me. Ariel, I will discase me, and myself thou shalt ere long be free. I shall miss thee. Yet, thou shalt have freedom. So, to the king's ship, invisible as thou art, there thou shalt find the mariners asleep under the hatches. The master and the boatswain being awakened, force them to this place, and presently I prithee.
I drink the air before me and return more Ariel pulse twice.
All torment, trouble, wonder, and amazement inhabits here. Some heavenly power guide us out of this fearful country.
Behold, Sir King, the Roman Duke of Milan, Prospero. For more assurance that a living prince does now speak to thee, I embrace thy body, and to thee and thy company I bid a hearty welcome.
Whether thou beest he or no, or some intended trifle to amuse me, as late I have been, I not know. Thy pulse beats as of flesh and blood, and since I saw thee, the affliction of my mind amends, with which I fear a madness held me. This must pray, for if this be at all a most strange story. My victim I resign, and do entreat thou pardon me my wrongs. How should Prospero be living in me here?
First, noble friend, let me embrace thine age, whose honor cannot be measured or confined.
Whether this be or be not, I'll not swear.
Yet taste some subtleties of the isle, which will not let you believe things certain. Welcome, my friends. But you, my grace of lords, were I so minded, I could here pluck his highness frown upon you and justify you traitors. At this time, I would tell no tales.
The devil speaks in him.
No. For you, most wicked sir, whom to call brother would even infect my mouth. I do forgive thy rankest fault. All. And require my dukedom of thee, which perforce I know thou must restore.
If thou beest Prospero, give us particulars of thy preservation, how thou hast met us, wrecked upon this shore, where I have lost. How sharp the pain of this remembrance is. My dear son Ferdinand,
I am no for it, sir.
Irreparable is the loss, and nature's patient says it is past her cure.
I'd rather think you have not sought her help, of whose soft grace I have for the like loss her sovereign aid, and rest myself content.
You the like loss.
As great to me, as late, and supportable to make the loss. Dear loss, have I means much weaker than thou may call to comfort you, for I have lost my daughter.
A daughter? Heavens, that they were living both in Naples, the king and queen there. That they were, I wish myself were muttered in that oozy bed where my son lies. When did you lose your daughter?
In this last tempest. I perceive these lords scarce think their eyes do almost as a truth, but howsoe'er you have been jostled from your senses, know for certain that I am Prospero, and that very duke who was most strangely upon this shore, where you were wrecked, was landed, to be the lord on it. Welcome, sir. This sells my court. Here have I attendants few, and subjects not abroad. Pray you, look in. My dukedom, since you have given me again, I will requite you with as good a thing, at least bring forth a wonder, to content ye as much as me, my dukedom.
Sweet my lord, you play me false.
No, my dearest love, I would not for the world.
If this prove a vision of the island, one dear son shall I twice lose.
Most high miracle. Though the seas threaten, they are merciful, and curse them without cause.
Now all the glad blessings of a glad father compass thee about. Arise and Say hello, Tempest here.
Oh, wonder. How many goodly creatures are there here? How beauteous mankind is. Oh, brave new world that has such people in it.
Tis new to thee.
Who is this maid with whom thou wast at play? Is she the goddess that has sundered us and brought us thus together?
Sir, she is mortal, but by immortal providence she is mine. I chose her when I could not ask my father for his advice, nor thought I had one. She is the daughter of this most famous Duke of Milan, of whom so often I have heard renowned, but never saw before, and from whom I have received a second life, and second father this lady makes him to me.
I'm hers. But how oddly will it sound that I must ask my child forgiveness.
There, sir, stop. Let us not burden our remembrance with the heaviness that's gone.
Look down, you gods, and on this couple drop of blessed crown, for it is you that have chalked forth the ways that brought us hither.
I say amen, Gonzalo.
Was Milan thrust from Milan that his issue should become kings of Naples? Oh, rejoice beyond a common joy, and set it down with gold and lasting pillars. In one voyage, the Clarabelle, her husband, found in Tunis, and Ferdinand, her brother, found a wife where he himself was lost. Prospero, his dukedom in a poor isle, and all of us ourselves when no man was his own.
Give me your hands. Let grief and sorrow still embrace his heart that doth not wish you joy.
Be it so, amen.
Be it so.
Look, sir.
Oh.
Look, sir, I knew. Here is more of us. I prophesied if a gallows were on land, this fellow could not drown. Now, blasphemy, that swears grace overboard, not an oath on shore. Hast thou no mouth on land? What is the news?
The best news is we've safely found our king and company. The next, our ship, which we gave out split, is tight in the air and bravely rigged as when we first put out to sea.
Sir, all this service have I done since I've been?
My Jesus spirit. These are not natural events. They strengthen from strange to stranger. Say, how came you hither?
Well, if I did think so, I were well awake. I would strive to tell you. But we were dead of sleep, and how we know not, all clapped under hatches. Where but even now was strange and several noises, roaring, shrieking, howling, and jingling chains, and more diversity of sounds, all horrible. We were awake and strict liberty, where we in all her trim freshly beheld our royal good and gallant ship, our master capering to eye her. Not twice so please you, even in dream were we divided from them. Now we're brought moping hither.
Was it well done?
Bravely, my diligence, thou shalt be free. This is a strange amaze as ere men trod. And there is more in this business than nature was ever conduct of. Someone must rectify our knowledge.
Sir, my liege, do not infest your mind with beating too much on the strangeness of this business. At pick leisure, which shall be shortly, single I'll resolve you of which to you shall seem probable of every these happening accidents. So when, be cheerful, and think of each thing when. Come hither, spirit. Set Calaban and his companions free unto the spell. Now there's my gracious sir. There are yet missing of your company some few odd lads that you remember not.
Every man shifts for all the rest and let no man take care for himself, for all is good fortune. Cross your fully wants to take guard here.
If these be true signs which I heard, I had this a goodly sight.
Oh, such most these be brave spirits indeed.
Now, my lord Antonio, what things are these? Will money buy them?
Very like. One of them is a plain fish, and no doubt marketable.
Mark with the badges of these men, my lords, then say if they be true. This misshapen knave, his mother was a witch, and one so strong who could control the moon, and flows and ebbs and deal in her command without her power. These three have robbed me. And this demi-devil, he's a bastard one, hath plotted with them to take my life. Two of these fellows you must know and own. This thing of darkness I acknowledge mine.
I shall be pinched to death.
Is this not Sebastian, my drunken butler?
Oh, Lord Stephano, you are drunk now. Where had you wine?
And Trinculo is reeling right. Where should they find this grand liquor that hath gilded them? How came thou in this pickle?
I've been in such a pickle since last I saw you, I fear it'll never out of my bones. I shall not your flag blowing.
How now, Stephano?
Touch me not. I am not Stephano, but a cramp. You be king of the Isle, Sirrah.
This is a strange thing as ere I looked on.
He is as disproportioned in his manners as in his shape. Go, Sirrah, to my cell. Take with you your companions. As you look to have my pardon, trim it handsomely.
Aye, that I will. And I'll be wise hereafter and seek for grace. Thrice double-assed as I take this drunkard for a god and worship this dull fool.
Go to her way.
Hence, and stow your belongings where you found them.
Or stole them, rather.
Sir, I invite your highness and your train to my poor cell, where you shall rest for this one night, which part of it I'll waste with such discourse, as I not doubt will make it go quick away. The story of my life, and the particular accidents gone by since I came to this isle. And in the morn I'll bring thee to your ship, and so to Naples, where I hope to see the nuptial of these our dear beloved Solomons. Thence, retire me to my Milan, where every third thought shall be my grave.
I long to hear the story of your life, which must take the ear strangely.
I'll deliver all and promise auspicious gales, calm seas, and sail expeditious. Ariel, my chick. That is thy charge. Then to the elements be free, and fare thou well. Please you, draw near. Now, my charms are all o'erthrown, and what strength I have's mine own, which is most faint. Now I want spirits to enforce, art to enchant, and my ending is despair, unless I be relieved by prayer, which pierces so that it assaults mercy itself, and frees all faults. As you, from crimes would pardon thee, let your indulgence set me free.